setter, Delaney Hopen at libero. Paige Rupiper, Kiara Palmbush, and Kennedy Warren is who will start here for the Van. You know, seeing 4 players coming in from Hawaii. Really, that's where this team has gotten a large portion of their transfer base outside of the 5 recruits they get from Washington, where you would kind of guess where they'd get a lot of it. But they have really kind of just spanned everywhere. Like I said, 4 from Hawaii, 1 from Nevada, 2 from California. So right there, the point for Eastern.
Out of Eastern Washington at the beginning of the season, but they've taken a few wins a little bit later, and they're trying to make a run for a few wins and to better their record now.
Serve is up and away, Hopen to Pelton to Ball. That one blocked at the net. The Vandals going back to work. Avery Housley with the hit over. Linky from the back able to keep that one alive. And Hopen unable to get
strong against this Vandal team. Something that they might not be expecting as often because our block has been
6'3" freshman from Laverne, California. And right there, service ace coming from Linky. Looking at Eastern Washington, they're 2-6 at home, 2-7 on the road, and 2-6 at neutral site. So it doesn't really matter where they go. They need to be able to.
They have 9 attack errors at this point. It's the errors that are really keeping Idaho into the game. And right there we see a
point for the Eagles here. Owen to Pelton, over to Palmbush. That one a little far back. Linky now with the set to the outside. Strike through, blocked at the net. Eastern Washington able to keep this one alive. Hit over there by Lopez Morales. Palmbush with the strike over. Rupiper to Pelton. Some miscommunication right there for the Vandals. And through there, and right there we see Eastern taking this first set on the kill.
That offense can kind of pick up with Kennedy Warren and Avery Housley hitting outside as well as our middles.
Connor, do you think that might backfire a little bit? I mean, the center position is just such a chemistry and tendency based, like just learning where players like the ball or where they like it. Do you think that might break up some of that connection between the outside hitters and the middles between the setter if you always are constantly rotating them out mid-match?
It absolutely can be, and it can harm a team, but also if the chemistry isn't quite there, then something needs to change, and that's what Coach Buchanan's idea.
Connor, before going into the break, we talked about kind of these setters. What are some of the issues we have seen so far from Janae and Haley Pelton, and kind of why we're seeing this kind of rotation changes? Allison Monday.
Ball that you can set well, and you're setting it far too tight in the middle or way off on your pins. It makes it very hard for them to hit consistently because your offense is really looking
kind of the same case that we had with Paige Rupiper last year. A player that is very good, very solid at the back, but
we knew we could, that we knew we played and everything. So, you know, they came back in kills. It's now
set here by Jansen, the outside. Housley kind of been the main workhorse here for the Vandals. She has 21 total attacks. And that point is Jansen back to serve now. Sandana hit over to the outside. Blotzer able to get that one over. Mundy keeping that one in play. And Becca Owen just knocking it back over. Looks like going back to Blotzer, and she's able to find that hole in the Vandal defense. Owen. Housley with the dig. Mundy now with the attack. That one just, not enough on that one. You got
to focus on if they want to try to pull out this upset. But the Vandals are on a roll now. They have momentum, and it seems like
have a chance to try and have a good chance of trying to go through, but when looking at the stats and looking at the tendencies, it's not looking good here for the Eagles. But right there, Eastern, she's hitting at 29.2. Nothing crazy, but compared to where she was, she has had a return to form here later in this one after a slow first set. Keali with the strike. Elena Lacey.
Official thought that the ball was on the far side and it was a reaching violation.
And right there, those are some of the momentum with 7 kills on 4 errors, hitting at just 12% here in the fourth set, but Vandals also holding Eastern to just 5.9%. But right there, we see the kill from Ed. He's going to have to do a better job setting up the middle blockers offensively.
Yeah, and that's one thing that Idaho is very good at defending against, is a team that doesn't utilize their middles for offense as much. the setter for Eastern Washington, she's
Sal ultimately getting over to Davis, and Davis getting the kill right there, trying to work her way